Hello and welcome to my Generation 1 Pokemon Glitch Quest. My goal is going to be to play through the Japanese Pokemon Green and the English Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Yellow, while performing as many glitches as possible along the way. Some glitches will be minor, some annoying, and some awesome. So join me as I begin my quest. Glitch Quest. We'll start things off in Pokemon Green. Okay, first off, what the heck is that Pikachu? Look at this Pikachu is adorable. That Pikachu is a gosh dang nightmare. I'm sorry guys, throughout the series that Pikachu is going to be staring into your soul. Anyways, we get started and have the usual spiel from Professor Oak, and we pick our names here. I of course don't know Japanese very well. I attempted to name the hero Baka and the rival Senpai, but I'm sure I messed that up. If you guys know Japanese, you can translate for me and let me know what my names actually are here. And let's get dropped into the game. And the first glitch we can actually do right in our bedroom. I go and take the potion out of the PC, and then I open up my menu and go to use it. And for some reason in this game, you can actually use your potion on a blank Pokemon menu, although it doesn't do anything. In future versions, they fixed this, and it simply states you have no Pokemon with you. The next glitch is going to take quite a while to set up. I have to go and get my Pokemon, and I decide to get Bulbasaur because it is Pokemon Green. I think it would be blasphemous to pick the other two. And here I attempted to name him Gojira, which is Japanese for Godzilla. Excuse my pronunciation, although I probably put in the wrong name here as well. So for this glitch to activate, I have to get a second Pokemon registered before I get the Pokedex. Now, because I can't get any Pokeballs before then, the only way to do this is by evolving my Bulbasaur into an Ivysaur. So I have to grind him to level 16. Oh boy, this is going to be a fun one. Let's go get started on that grind. While I'm grinding here, I guess we'll go start our adventure in Pokemon Blue. So I load up Pokemon Blue and... whew, we don't have to deal with any more terrifying Pikachu, although that Bulbasaur looks really mad. So we start up this adventure as well, and we have to name the hero and rival once again. Now in Pokemon Blue, the hero's name is extremely relevant to a glitch much later on. So this is the name I'm going for with my hero. Just trust me, this is going to be relevant, I swear. And the rival's name does not exactly matter, so I go ahead and give him the best name I can think of. Haha, clever! For the first glitch in Pokemon Blue, I actually want to exit the house, and then we go down here and find this girl right here. Now if you watch her, you'll notice that she walks around to different tiles. What we want to do is get her to go up into a patch of grass. Now we can kind of manipulate her in a way because she can't walk into a tile that you are currently occupying. So we simply stand on a tile we do not want her to go in, and with enough luck, she'll eventually go the right way. Yo, come on bro, help me out. Yeah, that's that teamwork. Ah, jeez. Come on, just go up. Just go up. After a lot of struggling, I finally got her to go up, and I found that if you get her onto certain tiles, such as this one, she gets stuck and will no longer move. Great. My goal is to get her into this patch of grass here, and she's stuck over there. Let's start all over. After a bunch more fiddling, I managed to get her up into this position here. Come on. You're so close. Just go up. Just go up. Come on! Yeah! Now, once she's in this spot here, I need to walk up to the patch of grass next to her, and this will activate Professor Oak. We go through his text, and once he starts walking, we'll... What? Apparently we'll just walk completely normal, no glitches or anything. What ruined the glitch is because she walked up one space. I need her to be in exactly this spot. So let me try all that again. Anyways, I finally get her into the same spot again. I walk up into the tile, Professor Oak comes out, and the glitch finally works. So I did all of that work for this. Yep, I did all that so I could get stuck in a wall forever. I kinda have to reload my save file. That was totally worth it. So I reload my save file, go ahead and activate Professor Oak in a normal way, and get taken to the lab. Next, before grabbing my Pokemon, I try to leave over and over and over and over again. After doing this enough times, eventually, this. And if I open the start menu, a bunch of letters just pop out of nowhere. But if you close the start menu, boom, everything is back to normal, so that's good. Anyways, I go ahead and get my Pokemon. In this case, I get Charmander, and once again, I give him the best name I can think of. Now, I know it might be silly to get a Charmander considering this is Pokemon Blue, but there is a significant reason for it, which you'll see in a bit. Back over in Pokemon Green. We're still grinding. Oh boy, level 10. Alright, now in Pokemon Blue, I progress through the game until I can buy Pokeballs. Then I catch a Pokemon and have one of my Pokemon faint. Now I can go back to the PC and I can actually deposit my only remaining non-KO'd Pokemon. So I can have in my team only fainted Pokemon. However, when you only have fainted Pokemon, after taking 4 steps, the game will say that you've blacked out and it'll send you back to the latest Pokemon Center you've used. But there is a way to avoid this. If you take only 3 steps, you can save your game and restart. Then when you load it back back up, you can take 3 steps again and repeat. It's kind of obnoxious to do this because every 3 steps you have to save, shut down your game, turn it back on, and so on. But you can walk pretty much anywhere with only fainted Pokemon. I'm not going to take this one too far because there's not much point to it, but I found the funniest result is if you go and talk to the old man, he'll activate his usual tutorial, and once you get into it, you black out. And finally I hit level 16 in Pokemon Green and get my Ivysaur. Haha, what are you, Ivysaur, a pancake? No, seriously dude, are you okay? Now I go back to Professor Oak, talk to him, and, well, I know this is in Japanese, but essentially what is happening here is he's rating your Pokedex. If you come to him later in the game, he'll rate your Pokedex and give you a score depending on how many you've caught. You can see right here he says that I've seen 8 Pokemon and I've captured 2. The problem is the Pokedexes are over on the desk right there. I don't even have one. Now because he thinks I have the Pokedex, he'll never actually give it to me and I can't continue the game. Because without actually getting the Pokedex, the old man here will never move and you're stuck. So, whoops. Enough with these silly glitches that are so minor and overall just are useless and prevent progress. Consider what you've just seen a prologue, and now we begin chapter 1. The big glitches now begin. This one right here really tested my dedication. It took a lot out of me to do this, but I did it on actual hardware, no emulation. That means no save states or anything. So step 1, I take out my Megadong from the PC. Then I buy a bunch of Pokeballs. Finally, I have to make sure this trainer and this trainer are defeated. Now, this glitch is immensely easier in Pokemon Yellow, but Pokemon Blue, it is a struggle. What I have to do is get to this point here. There's a trainer right there. And what I need to do is get onto the tile right in front of him at the exact same time that I get into a Pokemon encounter. The chances of this happening are very low. I save my game before I start trying, and every time I step in front of him and he does not get a random encounter, every time he sees me, I have to reset my game and try again. There's one other caveat, and this is the killer. The Pokemon you encounter, you have to die in that battle. In my case, I tried over and over and over again, and finally I got the encounter, and it was a Metapod, which will only use Harden. I was so frustrated, but I pressed on. I tried again and again and again. Finally, I got a second try, and it was a Metapod again. But oh well, I keep trying, and of course I get a third Metapod, and then a fourth Metapod. And at this point, guys, it seemed hopeless. I was just ready to give up. But then I remembered, there is a 5% chance that I can encounter a Weedle in this area. So I start going back and forth looking for random encounters. I'm trying to find a Weedle so I can get poisoned. If I can get poisoned and I get into a battle with a Metapod, I can just slowly die from the poison while he spams Harden. So it's not a big deal. I try again and again, and I can just not find a Weedle. It's driving me crazy, man. So it all seems hopeless. What do I do? Well, I start my file over. I begin anew. Because the trainer here that I fought before happens to have a Weedle. So I clear all the way back through the game until I get to this trainer. I save my game and make absolutely certain that he poisons me. Then I walk over to this trainer again. I use a potion to heal myself up so that the poison did not kill me while I was walking over here. Then I begin again. But wouldn't you know it, the first thing I encounter on the way to him, before I even get to the trainer, is a Weedle. The first thing! The second thing I encounter is a Kakuna. Why? Now, I know Kakuna can't even poison me, but still, like, ugh! So I try again and again. Now I'm poisoned. I know as soon as I find an encounter in front of him, I am good to go. I finally get it! And it's a Kakuna again. I don't know if they're more attracted to me because I'm poisoned or what. But anyways, at this point, I just have to let him kill me. So I spam Growl over and over. And eventually the poison takes my life. Now, if I was smart, I would be playing on Pokemon Red because Weedle is very common in that. I could have gotten poisoned at any point. But, oh well. Finally, I got it! Yes! So now I faint, it sends me back to the Pokemon Center, and this is where the glitch begins. Now, due to this glitch we set up, when we re-enter Viridian Forest, we will get into a random encounter, and the Pokemon we happen to encounter is based on the special stat of the last Pokemon we fought. Now, the Pokemon I want to find is Nidoking, but to find a Nidoking, before I go back to Viridian Forest, I have to fight a Pokemon that has a special stat of 7. And it just so happens level 3 Pidgeys sometimes happen to have 7 special. So I go and find myself a level 3 Pidgey, and I have to use Growl on it 6 times, and I'll explain why in just a minute. Then I simply run away and head back into Viridian Forest, and suddenly Nidoking! I caught an extra Pokemon and brought them along with me so that they can help me damage it so I can catch it easier. I damage it, and then catch it! Boom! I now have a level 1 Nidoking. Now the level of this Nidoking is based on how many times I used Growl on that Pidgey. The initial level is 7, so by using Growl 6 times it makes him down to level 1. Level 1 Pokemon are special because in Generation 1 you're not intended to be able to get level 1, and due to the way some of the leveling curves are programmed, well, it can glitch out and this happens. Suddenly we have a level 100 Nidoking! Oh yes! With that, the rampage is about to begin. Now, this took so much effort, mostly because I messed up so many times. This probably took me 3 or 4 hours to get this footage recorded, but if you do it right, you could probably get this in about 30 minutes, let's keep it real. Considering how good the result is, it's definitely worth it, and our glitch quest is finally beginning. Next time we'll come back, Pokemon Yellow will join the fray, and we'll start wrecking things with our Nidoking. And Pokemon Green might just have something up its sleeve. So tune in next time for that. Thanks for watching. So, what do you guys think of this new series, Glitch Quest? It's meant to be a spin-off of Glitch Fest where instead of being a glitch compilation, it's more about beating the game while glitching along the way. In a way, you could kind of consider the Luigi's Mansion Glitch Fest to be a Glitch Quest, because that's kind of more how the game was. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you want to see a non-glitch playthrough, click on the links on the screen right now. See you guys next time. Take care.